warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alright, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
I'm fine, sir.
Okay. Well, welcome to the class, dude. So, is it 22nd? Ini tanggal 22 kan ya? Iya, 22nd. Wah, cuma tinggal berapa orang ini? 7 orang. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cuma 5 orang. Okay. Well, our topic today is, well, this, the topic is about the narrative text. Okay. We are going to have a lot of activities related to the narrative text during this month. Jadi kayaknya bulan ini, minggu pertama ini akan ada empat kali pertemuan, mungkin semuanya akan related to the narrative text. So, what is the objectives? So we are going to learn about the structure of the narrative text, and then learn about the elements of the literary works related to the prose, and then we are going to identify and analyze the plot or characters, and then everyone should work to present selected prose at the end of the day. And then it's a collaborative work. Nanti ada projectnya, collaborative work. It's about writing a short story. There are a lot of things to do related to the narrative text. So, what is narrative text? Narrative text from the word like narrate. Yeah, narrate is a telling story. That has the chronological order or the sequence of the events, and there's an action or the conflicts of the problems. Jadi biasanya apa contohnya, nak? What are the examples of the narrative text? Kita kan juga udah belajar kelas SMP kayaknya. What are the examples of the narrative text? Apa aja contohnya? Juju.
Legend, sir.
Apa, Ju?
Legend, sir.
Ada nggak saya, Ju?
Legend, sir.
Oh ya, legend. And then apa lagi?
Fables. Fables, sir.
Fable, and what else? Apa lagi, nak?
Fairy tales, sir.
Fairy tales, yes, I love fairy tales. Oke, ada banyak contohnya ya. Tadi benar. So the common, you have the fables, fairy tales, you got the folk tales, you got legends, and you got myths. The difference is that if you talk about the fables, if it's a fables, it's related to the animals, ya. The talking animals. Jadi hewannya bisa ngomong. And then you got the fairy tale, you got the folk tale. You also have about the legend and the myth. Jadi macam-macam. From this one, from this types, which one do you like? Yang mana nih kira-kira yang paling kalian suka ceritanya? I like all of them. Now, anyway, this is basically the difference about the characters, setting, the problem, and the solutions of the 5 types of the stories. Like the fairy tales, basically the characters is about the royalty, which is the king, queen, etc. Sometimes it's also about the animals. The setting is in the castle or forest. The problem is between the good and evil characters. And then the fables is about the talking animals. And then the myths is basically about the gods and goddess. Contohnya apa tuh? Kalau misalnya kayak gods and goddess. If you ever heard about the Percy Jackson, itu juga masuk tuh. Percy Jackson. Apalagi Hercules and stuff. And then the legends and tall tales. Now, since the structure of the, the generic structure of the apa namanya, the narrative text basically can be seen from the plot. Nah, sekarang kita belajar plotnya. So, narrative text or the narrative text, or in this session we are mostly talking about the prose, fiction. So this is actually the plot. The plot is the structure or the organization of the event. Jadi kayak runtutan kejadian, the organization of the event in the fictional story, in the story. So a narrative text should have this one. Harus ada alur ceritanya, the flow of the story. The first one, they start with the exposition. They start with the introduction of the conflict, the character, and then the setting, and then it will goes to rising action. There is they start to feel how is the conflict, and it's getting hot and hot, it's getting tight and tight, and akhirnya sampai the climax. Climax is the turning point, or how it the moment where the conflict is just exploded, kayak gitu. And then it goes down to the following action. What happened? The action, the following action is the event after the climax, and then goes down to the resolution. So basically, this is how the plot or the flow of the story in the narrative text. Jadi nanti semuanya pasti ada ininya. And then you also have the characters. Nah, basically what we know in the narrative text, there are two characters, ya kan? Biasanya ada dua characters tuh, antagonist and the protagonist, basically. So what is the antagonist and what is the protagonist? The antagonist is the one who are the evil. Jadi kayaknya evilnya tuh antagonist, and protagonist is the the angelic characters. Biasanya kan gitu kan? Nah, kalau misalnya film atau cerita Cinderella, who is the protagonist?
Cinderella.
Protagonis, the protagonist.
Cinderella, sir.
Cinderella. And then the antagonist?
Kakak tiri sama ibu-ibunya, sir.
Iya, kakak tiri dan ibu-ibunya. You got that. Nah, you also in the story you also can find the other three different characters. Ada yang flat characters, ada yang round characters, ada yang dynamic characters. Jadi biasanya kalau flat characters atau biasanya juga ada juga yang namanya satu lagi jam 4 static character. Static character, the character in the story never change. Dia tetap jadi jahat aja gitu. Atau kalau misalnya dia baik aja gitu. Until the end of the story. Ada yang dynamic. Dynamic, the character is changed. Ada development. There's a development of the characters in the there's a development of the characters. Ada perubahan, ada perkembangan. Jadi misalnya kayak si orang yang teraniaya awalnya and then become evil. That's the character is developing. Karakternya kan berkembang jadinya. Atau yang dari jahat jadi baik at the end of the story. So that's a dynamic one. And then you have the flat characters, like the flat characters is the character that we know much things about her or him, while the round character we know more about. We have a lot of information about him or her in the character other characters in the narrative text. So that's basically the characters stuff. And then the setting, if we talk about the setting, the place, the time, and then how's the social situation in the story also playing an important, they also play important, or significant role to the development of the characters. Jadi setting, place, social situation itu berpengaruh, very influential how the characters develop. Mulai dari we can see it from how the traits of the characters, and then how the look, and how the way of how she or he thinks, and so on. Yang kayak gitu. Another one is about this. If we talk about the character, if we talk about narrative text, we also you're going to go to the theme of the story, right? Masuk ke temanya. You're going to talk about the theme of the story. The theme is what is basically the ideas or the lessons brought in the story, and then from that stuff, it will also lead you to the idea of the mood and the tone of the story. Mood and tone of the story are quite different. Yeah, the mood is what the mood is your emotion, the reader's emotion when they are reading the literature, when they are reading the narrative text. That's the mood of the mood. The mood is what. So if there's a question in the reading comprehension in the examination letter, what is the mood of this story? So it belongs to your feeling. Ya, itu mengenai perasaan kalian, your emotion, emosi kalian when you read the text. And then if the question is about the tone is the author's attitude towards the subject. Basically, you can see it from the whole story, or the words that is used by which are used by the authors. So basically, the mood and tone can be expressed by excited, angry, sad, worried, confused, scared. So you can have like the word celebratory, ecstatic, joyful to show excitement. You can have the nervous, stressful, tense, distress to show the worriness. You can have like the word like hostile, annoyed, frustrated, vengeful to show angriness, to show your anger. I mean, and then you also have like hesitant, concerned, unsure to show confused, very gloomy to show sad stuff, and then fearful, frightened to show a scary emotion, and so on. So this actually that we are going to have commonly. Masih ada lagi sebenarnya tentang point of view, but I'm not going to discuss about the point of view here. Would like to more today I would like to talk about the plot, the characters, and the setting in the story. Now let's take a look at this one. Ini dulu masuk. Ini saya besarin deh. Nah, I have a sentence, basically the ideas of a story of Goldilocks and Three Bears. Ini jadi ada 8 konklusi dari cerita yang judulnya Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And your job, let's us discuss about the plot. Jadi kita masukin nih plotnya, yang mana bagian exposition, pelan-pelan sampai akhirnya nanti di resolutionnya. Kira-kira yang mana? Yang pertama yang mana? Awalnya di mana?
Nomor 5 ya, Sir.
Nomor 5, Goldilocks. Itu masuk yang mana? Dit,
Yang pertama, Sir.
position ya.
Tapi nggak tahu juga, Sir.
Nah, it's okay. We'll just discuss with this one. Yang lain setuju? Kata si Dita, ini yang pertama masuk ke exposition. Nih. Terus selanjutnya mana ceritanya?
Nomor 3, Sir.
Nomor 3. Yang ini. Yes, okay. Masuk ke sini ya.
Iya, Sir.
Atau you can start with the resolution. Kira-kira resolutionnya yang mana nih? Akhirnya apa? Yang terakhir yang mana coba? Kira-kira.
Nomor 2, Sir.
Iya, 2,
Yang
Sir.
terakhir ya. Ini yang terakhir. Resolution nih. Oke, kita masuk ke poin ke ininya. Klimaksnya yang mana?
Klimaksnya nomor 8, Sir.
Coba. Is it number 4? No?
Nggak tahu, Sir.
Ya, jadi nanti coba ini. So, I believe this is number 4. The climax is basically ketika konfliknya pecah. Apa ya bahasa Indonesianya? Yeah, so basically when the conflict is just really happen like the mid. Jadi kayak di sini nih, kayak di cerita ini, I think that the climax is here when the mama, papa, and the baby bear meet the Goldilocks. Jadi ketika dia jumpa, and then ini kayaknya nih di sini nih ketika dia jumpa, ini kan awalnya kan mana nih? Ya, ketika dia jumpa, terus si Goldilocks-nya ketakutan. Ketakutan, nah, akhirnya lari. So we are going to you gonna have this letter to discuss. Ya. So this is about the activity of how to spot the plot in the text. Do we have time? Nah, look at this one. I don't know if you have time. Let us read this one. Ya, coba dibaca dulu. Ini pelan-pelan nanti kita coba jawab yang ininya. We are going to spot the setting. Kita coba dulu settingnya di mana. And then kira-kira where's the conflict. Oke, dari cerita ini. Ayo, ini lumayan panjang nih. The title is Unexpected Chat. Stick this in his ear, said Brian as he handed Jake a lump of Fanta. Jake held the colorful lump in his hand and considered his situation. He didn't want to make things harder for the new kid, but he was happy that Brian wasn't picking on him and felt good to be a part of something. So Jake, ada karakternya siapa aja nih? Ada Brian ya. So you get the character number 1 is Brian, and then Jake ya. Stuck the Fanta in the new kids. Ada new kids. Whereupon the new kid sat in and asked Jake why he did it. Jake could not respond to this, and Brian laughed as Jake was sent to the office. Okay, Kita lihat dari karakternya dulu. Kira-kira si Brian ini karakternya gimana? Si Jack ini karakternya gimana? How is the character? Nah, coba nih. Stick this in his hair, said Brian. Kata si Brian. Dia nyuruh-nyuruh si Jack deh. Dari paragraf yang pertama, what do you get? What do you see? Stick this in his hair, said Brian. Kata si Brian. And then Jake held a colorful lamp in his hand, considered his situation. He didn't want to make things harder for the new kid, but he was happy that Brian wasn't picking on him. And it felt good to be part of something. So Jake stuck the fundo in the new kid's hair, whereupon the new kid saddened and asked Jake why he did it. Jake could not respond to this, and Brian laughed as Jake was sent to the office. Si Jake-nya akhirnya dibawa ke kantor guru nih, ke ruang guru. So it's basically about the bullying ya. So the Brian ini kayaknya bos anak premannya.
Ya, Brian jahil, Sir.
Iya, jahil. Ini premannya kalau di sekolah biasanya si Jack ini si cupu yang disuruh-suruh. Biasanya dia dikerjain, tapi kali ini dia nggak dikerjain, dia disuruh untuk kerjain anak baru. Tapi akhirnya dia yang dipanggil ke ruang guru, ya kan? Good. And then Jack sat stiffly in front of the principal grievance. So where is the tunggu, selesai dulu. Jack sat stiffly in front of the principal grievance. Ini ada lagi. Principal grievance is another character. While the large man chastised him, Mr. Griffin blustered, howled, and threatened Jake with expulsion. But when everything was said and done, all Jake received was an after-school detention. Jadi dia dapat hukuman. Throughout the day, Jack felt vaguely bad about what happened with the new kid, but his mood improved when he saw Brian in detention. Oh, Brian juga masuk kena hukuman. Okay, so my question is, where is the setting? Settingnya di mana? The setting is the place it happened. Di mana nih kira-kira settingnya? Where is the setting?
School, sir.
School. Yes, di sekolah. Next. The tension passed quickly for Jake as he and Brian exchanged inappropriate notes. Many of these notes contained mean message about the teacher who was monitoring them. Ada teacher juga. They compared him to a slew of farm animals and insulted his habits. Then Jake tried to talk to Brian about Dead Soldiers 4, a new game that Jack had been playing. Brian discouraged Jake's interest by calling him a nerd. Then Brian ordered Jack to procure a carton of eggs from his home so that they could egg the chicken new kid tomorrow. Jack knew that Brian would have him do the egging. You know, egging ini mecahin telur ya. But he nodded in assent anyway. Lanjut dulu. Next. After a period of silent captivity ended, Brian raced home. He erased the various messages left by school personnel about the day's event from his mother's answering machine, and then he grabbed a carton of eggs from out of the fridge and wrapped it in towel before sliding it into his backpack. He sat down on the couch to play the new Dead Soldiers 4 game before his mom come home. Berarti ini udah sampai di rumah ya. So this setting, si Jake-nya is at home. This one, Jake is at home. Udah sampai di rumah dia. While playing Dead Soldier 4, Jake and his friend Morph, ada lagi nih, Morph, joined a group of local players. The game hadn't started yet and players were talking to each other in the lobby when Jake heard a familiar voice. And I had to get a haircut to get this gown out of my hair and now I look real stupid. Jake recognized the voice of that new kid. Okay, this is cool. The new kid went on, it's just really hard because I thought the kid who did it was pretty cool kid. He had a DS4 shirt and on everything. I mean, it would just be nice to have blah, blah, blah. Jake is moved by the new kid's words. He turned off the game and took a deep breath. Remembered all the time that Brian had picked on him, made him feel bad. He thought about how Brian had gotten him in trouble today and would do the same thing tomorrow. Then he thought about how Brian didn't even like the video games and realized that he didn't want to be like Brian. Jake took the carton eggs out of Vic's backpack and put them back in the fridge. Then he grabbed all his limited edition that Soldier 4 had and put it in his bag. Ini akan kita lanjut sampai ini. Jake go to school early that day and waited by the bike rack. A dust park line. Student excited. Brian was in the back of the line. He walked over the lane and bike rack to next to Jake. Smirking, he asked him, "Did you bring it?" Brian snickered and walked over by Emily and began whispering. Brian's face was full of restless and mischief. Finally, the kid slowed up on his bike. He had a new haircut and sneered at Jake. Jake looked at him with sincerity. "I'm sorry about yesterday." The new kid huffled. "Yeah, okay." Brian watched the interaction with great interest. Jake continued. "No, really, it must be hard being new. I don't know what came over me yesterday. I want you to have this as peace offering." Jake pulled the shoulder forehead from his bag and handed it to the new kid. The kid's face brightened immediately. Jake looked over and saw Brian's crinkled face. Emily giggled. The new kid looked at Jake and replied subtly, "This is the limited edition version. Can I have it for keepsies?" Jake nodded as the new kid rattled on Jake about hidden weapons and secret location on that shoulders for Jake knew that he had made the right choice. Nah, endingnya gimana? How's the ending? Endingnya gimana? Endingnya gimana? Sekolah tadi ini in the school, setting is in the school, terus tadi ada di home. How's the ininya? Endingnya gimana? Masih berkelahi? Kira-kira? Are they fighting? Nah, if you see that at the end, Jake and then the new kid, they become friend, yeah. So that becomes a resolution. Nah, anyway, you're gonna pick this as your assignment. Nanti ini coba dibuat jadi assignmentnya, dibaca lagi teksnya, and then try to do this one. Try to identify what is the conflict from the text, and then what are the rising actions. Terus sampai nanti climaxnya apa dan falling actionnya apa, and what is the resolution. We're gonna have this for your assignment. Yeah, we're going to talk about this next week. That's what we have for today, by the way. So today we're talking about the narrative text. We're mostly talking about the elements in the narrative text. The prose mostly talk about the plot, the characters, and the setting. So I want you to try to analyze about the plot and the characters and the setting of the story here in the PDF. In these modules, ya. Coba dikerjain yang tadi, then we're going to discuss the result of your analysis next week. Remember that at the end of the meeting, at the end of this unit, you are going to have big things to do. It's about product, where you're going to write a short story or to present selected prose in a storytelling mode later on. Jadi untuk minggu depan tugasnya analyze yang ini tadi, teks yang ini ya. Coba di-analyze karakternya apa sekali lagi, and then settingnya apa, dan plotnya apa. That's all for today. I'm gonna see you next week, inshallah. Thanks. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, sir.